Hey everyone, I wanted to do a little channel update here, talk about some new videos I'm going to be posting and some changes to the channel. First, thank you very much for being part of this community. It means a lot to me that there are so many people that are interested in geography and share the same passion that I do. So thank you for all your support. I'm still going to post the same videos I've been posting, so I'm not going to, I hate it when channels get to a point and then change after they got in there. So the channel got to where it is posting the videos I've been posting, so I'm not going to change that, but I am going to do things in addition to those videos as well. And if I'm being perfectly candid, I've been getting trounced in the YouTube rankings lately. So there are just so many new geography channels that are popping up. I'm not sure where they're coming from, but there are just so many of them, and my videos aren't getting recommended much anymore and to non-subscribers. So it's just kind of been a decrease in views, but I've wanted to make changes to the channel for a while, and I've been kind of about it. But I think this, the things that have happened in the past couple of months has kind of lit the Bunsen burner underneath my chair to finally do some of these things. And I can't compete with some of these new channels. There are these infographic kind of channels that have the really nice editing and the computer animations, and they're all very slick and polished. And I can't compete with that. I'm I think one of the elder statesmen in this genre on YouTube. I've been doing this for almost 7 years, which is crazy. But I do need to adapt and evolve because I can't compete with these fancy visual channels. So I have to focus on what I can do. I'm not going to shut the channel down, cry in the corner, oh, I can't do this stuff. No, I'm going to focus on what I can do. And I think my strength is going to be more in my personality and delivery, and how I can do things unscripted, off the cuff, ad lib. I've never scripted anything on this channel. It's always just me talking. So I think I can do that better than some of these infographic channels. And so I got to start focusing more on that type of thing. So I'm going to do several things. The first is going to be, I'm going to start a podcast, and they're first going to be on YouTube. So they'll pop up normally like your YouTube videos would. But so much of what I do, I think, is better suited for a podcast or a commentary, as opposed to something you would show drone footage and things like that for. So I'll be doing a podcast maybe weekly-ish, and I'll try to stagger them so the regular video and the podcast don't come out the next day. Probably stagger them 3 or 4 days apart. So again, not every week. So I'll still do the regular videos, and then there'll be some podcasts. And I want to just kind of get some feedback on if people like that style, or if just go back to what you were doing. So that's the first thing I'm going to be doing. The second thing is just more videos on site. I think I've really dropped the ball in the past few years by traveling to so many cool places and not making content. I'm a traveler. When I go there, I'm visiting. I'm not thinking about working while I'm there, but I was just in Toronto for a week and did nothing to make a video. Toronto of all places, I couldn't make. I obviously could have, and I don't know. I'm never going to be the selfie stick. Here, look at me. I'm travel vlogging. I'm not going to do that. But just talking about neighborhoods and things in the cities while I'm there, you can see it in person. I've really, again, I think kind of really missed the boat by doing that. But that's going to change. It'll be more on-site stuff. Whether it be cities or rural areas or maybe national park, physical, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly, but more stuff on site. So something else I'm going to be doing is, about a month ago, I posted a video where I was on the streets in Chattanooga just asking people geography questions, and it was a lot of fun. I had a blast. I'll leave a little thing up there for it if you want to check out what it was. And I just set up a camera on the street and asked people, hey, do you want to answer questions for geography? I wasn't trying to make it funny. I just want to get a genuine idea of what people know. And so it was a lot of fun. I want to keep doing that. So when I go to a new city, I'm going to set up that same quiz type thing and do that while I'm there. So say I'm in Detroit, I'll do normal video stuff in Detroit. Separately from that, I'll do the quiz on the street, and they won't be released at the same time. So the video on Detroit will be something, or it's not Detroit, but whatever city it is, and then the quiz one will come later. And I'm not going to post the quiz ones that often, maybe once a month. I'm not trying to oversaturate with that. But I might, like, for example, I'm going to do 3 of them in 2 weeks, 3 of those quiz things on the street. I'm not going to post them back to back to back, but I'll stagger them. I'll try to stagger it so it's not like one's from Minnesota and I'm showing it in January and people are wearing t-shirts and shorts. I'll try to not do it like that, but just again, not to oversaturate with those, but I will be making them kind of close to each other when I'm on road trips. So look for those. So, and then the last thing I'm going to be doing, and this, I'm curious to what you guys might think about this, but I think it's the right decision. And I have started a secondary channel. And if you like me, I hate it when content creators, they get to a certain point like, oh, I'm so cool, I'm going to have a second channel. I mean, that was like a trendy thing a couple years ago. But I think for what this is, I think it's the right decision. So what I want to do is have a separate, it'll be just podcast style commentary videos only on California. Every single one of them will be something about California. I think with right now, with it being the cool thing to hate California, I think that needs to be a separate channel somewhere that we can go off into our corner and, plot revenge with the 49 inferiors. No, but seriously, I think if you were to get a podcast of California coming up every couple of weeks, you'd be like, what is this? It's stupid. So I think it is better to have it separately, but also because that'll be a small channel. It might have a few hundred subscribers, maybe 1,000. And with it being something that's going to be small, it's more of a tight-knit community. The comment section becomes more like a subreddit almost. So I've already created it, so I'll put a link to it. There's nothing on it. So you can subscribe to a channel with no content. And eventually I'll have something posted, and there'll always be podcast commentary type videos. So you might be thinking, you're promising a lot. So it's not as much as it sounds like. I'll do the normal content. A podcast is much easier to edit. I don't have to do the ums and I can, if I tongue tie, I can leave it in. It's a podcast. So, and I'm not going to be, again, showing drone footage and things with it. So I might have a map overlay for the entire thing. You don't want to see my face the entire time. So, but it's going to be much easier to edit. So it's not going to take a ton of time. It'll take a little bit of time, but I'm just going all in on YouTube. So, and the California ones are all probably going to be every 2 to 3 weeks. So that's not going to something I do every week. So that's not going to be a heavily added content. It might be monthly. I don't know. So all this is new. I haven't decided everything I'm going to do fully. I have a general idea. So the quiz on the street thing, I'm going to have a separate video formally introducing that, because there's going to be some rules. And if you want to come down to where I'm going to be shooting at, you can participate in it. So I need to be able to give you a little bit of an advance. But because they're outdoor events, I can't give too big of an advance. I need to get within a good, accurate window of a weather forecast. So I'm not going to be out there if it's thunderstorming or something. So I might give a day in advance, but I'll give another formal announcement of that if you want to participate in those. It's a lot of fun. So for the next couple of weeks, the videos are going to be probably the same as they've been. So look for some of these other ones to come up in the next couple of weeks. And then again, normal type videos like I've been doing, studio videos, but then more stuff on the street, and just focus on what I think I'm good at. I think I don't know, without sounding like a jerk, I think I do maybe the best live streams in the genre. I think a lot of the studio channels, they're more geared towards studio stuff, and a lot of the channels aren't able to do the type of things live or have the same type of delivery or just make it interesting without needing fancy graphics. So that's where I'm going to be going. We'll see how it works. Might all be a giant dumpster fire. So let me know what you guys think about some of them. And when the podcasts come out, fire away in the comments if you don't like it, because I'll still get the views. If you watch it, I still get a view. So I'm not going to know for sure if you don't like it, because it'll still say, oh, look, all those views. And you can't see the thumbs down, so I can see them. But I would like to know if you just say, screw that, just go back to the videos or whatever. But, I enjoy doing it. I love all this. So I made sure I put the word geography in the channel. So no matter what, it's always going to be geography. So yeah, that's kind of where the channel is. I try to put a positive spin on things. So, again, the decrease in views has kind of lit the fire under me to finally make these changes. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are too. You'll be along for the ride, some of these new videos. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over some new things. One last thing. I mentioned every now and then I get comments about what I'm standing or whatever. So I'm like this. So people think I'm like standing, but like weird. That'd be super creepy. I'm actually sitting in a high top chair with my arms on armrests. So that's why my arms don't move. That's not very professional, but that's how I do it. So that's why my arms don't move. Anyway, so I want to go over some things about the channel. Hope you guys enjoy the the current videos and the new ones, and maybe get a chance to meet some of you in some of these new events I'll be doing that I'll announce ahead of time. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for being part of the channel, and look forward to seeing what comes up next. All right, guys, thanks.